Hello and welcome to the Squared Circle Psychobabble. My name is Michael Valenti. This is Ralph Valenti, and tonight we continue our World Wrestling Elite Tournament, where tonight our number 3 seed in the Bruce Prichard Bracket, Daniel Bryan, goes up against the number 6 seed, Walter from NXT UK. Before we get to that, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for notifications as we're trying to hit 5,000 YouTube subscribers before All Elite Wrestling, Double or Nothing. Now, it all depends on your votes on who advances in this tournament. So there will be a poll above my head right now where you can vote either Daniel Bryan or Walter. And of course, you can comment below to tell us what you think, who is the better wrestler and why. But Ralph, let's start with Daniel Bryan. It's someone that you picked for this tournament. Why is Daniel Bryan worthy enough to advance in the tournament?
So although I'm a big fan of Walter and some of the things that I feel like he'll be able to accomplish in wrestling within NXT, or if he advances to the main roster in WWE, you have to take into consideration what Daniel Bryan has been able to do since turning heel. So we know Daniel Bryan was always one of the more sympathetic characters. He was really easy to get behind. We know, obviously, he reached his peak with the Yes Movement, ultimately winning the title at WrestleMania when he defeated Batista and Randy Orton in a triple threat after defeating Triple H. Made for an amazing moment. Since his return, I think it was a little underwhelming when he tried to get back into the groove of things. But ever since he's been able to turn heel, he's really been able to kind of take it to another level. So alongside Eric Rowan, he's really assuming this character and turning it into its own thing. Right now, I think he's probably one of the more compelling characters on all of SmackDown. And definitely needs to be considered as one of the top heels, not only on SmackDown, but in all of WWE, alongside maybe somebody else in comparison. One of the better heels is maybe Tommaso Ciampa outside of WWE. There's a few guys that you can name, but ultimately right now, I think Daniel Bryan is probably the best heel in WWE, and he's one that I think belongs in this bracket, and I think he's going to move on to the next round.
Now, Walter, on the other hand, he is probably one of the biggest names in the European independent wrestling scene before signing with NXT UK. He has wrestled with almost everybody there is to know, from the likes of Will Ospreay, Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Zack Sabre Jr. The list goes on and on as far as the who's who outside of WWE. And there's a reason why he is the number 1 contender for the NXT or the WWE United Kingdom Championship. No matter where he goes, he just dominates in that company. He's the current Progress World Champion. He's the current over-the-top champion, the current number 1 contender for the WWE United Kingdom Championship, a former PWG champion, a former Defiant Internet champion. Everywhere he goes, he puts gold around his waist. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. If he's booked right with WWE, this guy has the potential to be the next Andre the Giant. People question me when I say this. Why is he the next Andre the Giant? Yes, I understand Andre was about a foot taller than Walter, but you look at the way he presents himself, the way he acts in the ring. He might be only 6'4", but he wrestles and stands, and his demeanor is like he's 7'4".
He carries a certain mystique and aura with him when he comes into the ring. It's not just him portraying a character. It's the whole presence. It's the theme song. It's the way he carries himself. It's everything that you get with the character that is Walter. So I do agree. I think he's going to accomplish a lot. And it's interesting you bring up what he accomplished in the independent scene, because long before the independent scene was something that, right now, obviously it's very popular and it's growing in popularity by the day. Daniel Bryan was known as Bryan Danielson. And he was really the guy in Ring of Honor and really within the independent scene known as the American Dragon, who you had to go onto YouTube to see because he was widely considered one of the most technical wrestlers in all of wrestling. And this is before he went to the WWE. So, yes, I know everything that Walter has accomplished in some of the great matches he's had on the independent scene, but you can't just consider what Daniel Bryan has been able to do in the WWE. You can also look back to whatever he's been able to accomplish on the independent scene as well before going to the WWE.
Yes, that's definitely true. And of course, everybody knows him with his run in WWE, and he's probably the most popular wrestler since coming to WWE and since WrestleMania 30 with the whole Yes Movement and everything. But Walter's just a worldwide phenomenon, not just in WWE. Just any diehard wrestling fan just knows that name and knows what he could do and what he's capable of. And I think we could see an upset here, but it's not up to us to decide on this. It's up to you. That poll is above my head. You could comment below on who you think will win this matchup, Daniel Bryan or Walter. Share this video all over social media using the hashtag SCPB podcast, where if you do that, you're entered to win a SCPB t-shirt. And of course, if you are just joining us in the World Wrestling Elite Tournament, we will link the previous matchups down in the description. And also you could click the thumbnail on the screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications as we're trying to hit 5,000 YouTube subscribers before All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing. We will see you in the next matchup.